Hey, everybody, this is James Van Prague. Hello, and welcome to Thursday Soul Care. And we just started this because I wanted to have another day with y'all and get more intense with some of the courses that I have and things to offer for you in a more intense way than just talking about it. Get deeply into it. So, this is the second week we're doing this, and we will eventually create opening for this show and a ending for it. Ryan and I are speaking about that. And I said, I just want to have me opening animation with me much thinner and you have to capture the gray in a certain way. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. And thanks a lot for joining me. And I really would love if you could spread the word about the soul care because we need it right now. A lot of people need to have a space where they can, have joy and happiness and freedom and speak with like-minded people and express themselves and be happy. And there's so much out there on social media and news and things in this world that really it's a tough place. It's a tough place to navigate through. So I want to create this little home here, as I do with my website, my school, where it brings a positivity and a sense of home and a sense of soulfulness, if you will, to everybody. And for very, very beginners, brand new people, and we get a lot of new people every week, which is great because of you guys spreading the word. And I just go with the flow and trying to help everyone best I can and share with you my knowledge and my insights into my 40 years of doing the work, spiritual work, and in different ways, whether it's through courses or through events or trips or whatever it is, I share that. So hello, Janice and Seth. Hello. You look great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, God, thank you. But I'm since 6:30 with my doggy Pearl. Now going to the doggy park and boy, and I'm not a morning person. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, Linda Rapid from Maine. Megan, I love your energy and your help me. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm very happy to hear I helped you. You're the best. Thank you, Vicki. You guys make me cry. Hi from Syracuse. Hi, how's the weather there, Patty? Thank you. We're, with all guys' help, we'll get the word out there. And, I'm doing the best I can with TikTok. Brian has helped me with that. It's hard for an older man to do TikTok, but I'm doing it the best I can. And have time to do all that stuff. I'm not used to doing social media. My day, we grew up and watched television and we did radio shows, but it's a whole different world out there. But it'll happen. It's going to happen. There are ways. And yeah, I think things have changed. Someone said yesterday, I have these two wonderful ladies staying at my house as my guests because they're filmmakers. Some of you might have seen them Monday night on Both Sides Down. They were here. And they're filming a documentary about horses and humans and the brain connections. And they are just wonderful. And they just said, wow, it's great to have someone like you that we can visit. And you're so real. And it's great. And thank you for your kindness. So well, whatever we can do to each other, help each other get the word out there is really important, I think. Hi, darling. Good afternoon. And hello, Louise, 43. Suffolk, UK. And where is that? Suffolk? I never heard of Suffolk, UK. Wisconsin from Prince Charming's mom. Hi, Prince Charming's mom. I wish it, yeah, okay. Prince Charming, it's your baby doggy, I see. I just want to with you. Thank you very much. Hi, Bernadette. From 1000 Oaks, California. I don't think I've heard of that either. Jay McGrath. Hi, Jay McGrath. Oh, there you go. I've been stuck out of my house for over 2 weeks. I live in Humboldt County. Oh, that's not right. Out in the mountains. Mudslides are, oh, yeah, God bless you. Yeah, a lot of mud, a lot of rain. Please take care of yourself. Really, it's a lot. It's a major transition with those rains. Wow. Yeah. I have some friends up in Northern California and they've had some really tough times. So we send you our prayers and our love for that to subside and for all your, things to work out up there for you. Gosh, it's really tough. A lot of these earth changes happening. Don't think they're over yet. I think we're going to have a lot more different weather pattern changes and continue on. But yeah, it's a rough road. It's an interesting one. Every day I think, wow, did we sign up for this? But we did sign up for this because this morning, actually, I was driving home, driving Pearl to the school. And I thought, wow, do we all sign up for this change? A friend of mine, her name was Marilyn, and I used to sit with her in development many years ago. We went to Brazil together, my first trip, too. And she was a lovely, lovely soul. And Marilyn was, gosh, one of the first people I met in my path. She's passed now. And I remember because I was on a plane once. This is interesting. I was coming back from an event in New York and I was going back to Los Angeles on a plane. And her father, who had passed over, Leon, he came to me on the plane. He said, "You need to see Marilyn. She's in the hospital at UCLA Medical Center." And I said, "Really?" And now that doesn't happen, folks, all the time. They just pop in like that because they don't. But this particular time he did. And I had to honor that. And I got into a taxi cab at the airport and went right to UCLA. And sure enough, she was in a room and she was in a coma. And I didn't know anything about it. And I was good friends with her, and I hadn't heard she went to the hospital. And I knew that she was on her way out. But I said goodbye to her, and I did what I had to do, and she passed a couple of days later. But I remember 2 or 3 months before she had breast cancer, and 2 or 3 months before, we're sitting in her house, and she said, "Honey, I don't want to be around for those changes. There's going to be some big changes coming in, and I don't want to be here." And she was a Pisces lady. And I remember my friends and I who knew Marilyn, like, okay, she's a little funny, but she was 100% right. She was 100% right. And I think of the changes that have happened, and I don't think she would have been able to put up with them because she was such a sensitive soul that they're very hard changes for everybody. They really are hard. So give yourselves a pat on the back because you're here and you're going through it, and try to step back and be objective about everything going on and seeing what you can do to make it better. That's all we can do. Today, I went to, like I said, bring my doggy to the park, but on the way I stopped at Starbucks, and I gave the lady my cup, and she said, "Oh, I can't use this. It's dirty. You still have some stuff in here." I said, "Oh, just empty it out." She goes, "Okay, I'm not supposed to, but okay." And she goes, "You have a great day." And I said, "You have a great day too, because you started my day with a beautiful smile. You're lovely." And she said, "Shouldn't the world be like that?" I said, "It should be. It starts with us." So that's just a great example of every day in some way, in some situation, when you're with someone, you certainly can bring the vibration up. So I think that's our job, especially in these difficult times, try to make things better. And, whenever I watch the news, which I do watch the news, and I hear about Ukraine is over, and I always, whenever I hear them speaking about it, I try in my head to send positivity, and I rewrite it in my head with the news person saying, and this is over, and it brings me back to their lives, and people are happy, and I just try to turn it around in a weird way. But I think we have to change the energy, and that's how we ourselves can do that. Okay. Hi, Robin Kirby. I totally get why she didn't want to stick around. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, it's a tough time. And then thank you. And Vicki Nesson, I had a reading session with Kelly last night. Amazing. Oh, thanks, Ryan. Absolutely mind blowing. I love her as I do you. You have helped me a lot. It's a long road for me, but I appreciate you both. Thank you, Vicki. Yeah, Kelly White is a very special person. I'm glad we are connected, soulmates, or whatever you want to call us. We're workers, light workers together. And Kelly's a lovely, lovely. She's a psychotherapist first. And I remember I was at her office as a friend of mine. She was a friend of mine. And I said, "Kelly, you're getting to this psychotherapy. You're there, but I think you're more of a medium." And she said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, you do me." She goes, "Yeah, I do. But the psychotherapy was very important for her because her mom was a psychotherapist." And she said, I just have to get this done." I said, "Okay, but I'm going to tell you right now," this is years ago. I said, "You'll end up being more of a medium than you are a psychotherapist. But of course, it helps with the work because mediums are in a way psychotherapists and counselors and so forth. So it really has helped round her out. But she's a very talented woman and a kind soul. Very good. Okay. I want to mention also to you guys that I mentioned it last time. If you were here, if you weren't here, I'm doing a cruise to Alaska, and it's my birthday cruise. It's my 65th birthday. Now this is really, really, really funny because I didn't realize it when I booked this date on this cruise this week. I didn't realize it was my 60th birthday week. I didn't really until I was talking about it the other day, and I was like, "Wow, it's my 65th birthday." So I'm calling it my 65th birthday cruise. Celebrate my 65th birthday with me in Alaska, and I would love for you guys to do that. And we're gonna have some special time because I want to remember my 65th birthday. It's a great cruise. I've not done it before. It's worth doing. If you do any cruise here in the North America, it's worth Alaska with the glaciers. And gosh, it reminds me so much of going to the middle of a forest, and you have these little islands that you go by with little cabins on them and the pine trees, and you have glaciers in the back, and you see walrus, and you see sea lions, and you see some bears, and it's a very calming trip. It's because you're close to the land, and it's beautiful and it's tranquil. And we're going to do a whole week there with I call it stepping into the spirit world, where I'm going to use various techniques that I've used for some of my courses, where I help you to get back to your soul self. Really again, through various techniques and exercises that have worked really well in the past, for people to recognize themselves as a soul, having the human experience, and living as a soul self, and being very, very aware, open, expansive. And I do exercises to learn how to leave the different, well, how to get into different levels of consciousness, and how to eventually leave the body, if you will, or the awareness of the body, and go to a higher level and all the realms around you. And it's called stepping the spirit world, stepping into those realms and kind of working with those realms and being aware of the beings that are there, what they do over there, how you can connect with your higher self, and how very quickly connect with the higher self, and be kind of open the door to that. And so, and remember, once you do that, you can never go backwards. Once you have that channeling, the opening up to that level, you'll know how to do it. It's like riding a bicycle or going swimming. You'll learn how to be in that mindset in order to do that, to connect with that higher self of your being. And I was just talking about this yesterday. I'm filming a meditation course, and I was talking about connecting with that higher self and using your intuition, which is the soul's voice, and being in that space. And so the whole cruise is going to be about that, about opening up to that higher self of your being with the spirit side of life, understanding spirit messages for yourself. I'm doing a lot of readings. Kelly White will also be on the trip, but she's going to be doing readings, and we're going to explore those areas. And you yourself will be doing readings too. So it'll teach you about opening up to the spirit world, and on a level of true authenticity, where you bring through the personality of the individual. And we're also going to work with it's called one exercise is transformation, where the spirit, you actually sit there with a partner, and the spirit will appear on the person's face in front of you. It's wild, and it's great, and it's incredible. And there's also another one I'm going to be doing where you actually become you'll be in such a state of relaxation, if you will, or a level of consciousness where you become that spirit, and actually you walk, or you have mannerisms, and you stand up and you walk around, or you do certain things, and you don't know why you're doing it, but your partner in front of you is going to say, "Oh my God, my mother used to do just that," just to say like that, or my partner used to do that with the dance, or used to say that all the time. So a lot of that's going to be explored as well. So it's going to be a fun trip. So if you've never done it, please feel free to. And it's open to the very novice, to the very advanced. And I like to call it soul travel through the various spiritual realms, spaces, and places. So that's on my website, vanprog.com, and you can register on that. But I think the most 200 people is going to be the most. It's not the same one that Susan Geisman was doing the week before. That's a different ship and a different medium. And so this is going to be a very great 65th birthday. I hope you will share it with me. That would really mean a lot to me. To have the people that I work with here on the computer to be there alive with me, and have that moment in life. And we can have, because anytime I feel talk to spirit or enter into those higher levels, it changes your life. So it'll be a life-changing moment for everyone, and it'll be a memory that you'll carry on forever. And the information you learn in that trip, you'll be able to use it with other people when you find it necessary, and when it's when it feels right for you. So I hope you can join me. Any questions about the cruise? I'll take right now if you'd like, and if you'd like to ask me anything about it. And Ryan looked through the comments here with me, and he'll pick some people out who want to ask a question about the cruise. I'd be more than happy to answer that if you have any. There we go. Oh yeah, and there's the link right there. I'm done at James Van Prague. That's me. I've taken that cruise. It's awesome. Yes, Jane McGrath. But it is. It's an awesome cruise. Awesome. But then the workshop on top of it is great, because remember, we're on water too, which is a conductor of energy. So all experiences are even deeper and more intense and more profound. So that makes it so much better. It's wheelchair friendly. Yes, Louise, is wheelchair friendly. Indeed, it is. And we'll also be doing some healing work, by the way, too. Some scanning of the body, some trauma work. Figure out why the body is, the last place an ailment happens, or a disease, or a malady, if you will, in the body is from something else, which is usually an emotional body. It starts there, or in the mental body, then affects the emotional body, and in the last place everything ends up as a physical, right? So the first thing is the thought, and it goes to the emotional body, and it ends up less than the physical body. So we find out where that comes from. So we're going to cover that as well, because the soul is perfect. So we want to find out what's going on. Okay. Patricia McGee. Hello, James. Hello, Patricia. I'm so excited for the cruise. Do we need to share a cabin or can we have our own? So keep that right there, Ryan. You have those options. You can get your own cabin if you'd like, or we will put you with a roommate and you'll share a cabin with someone, 2 beds, and you'll share a cabin. So either way you want to do it. It's not much of a big difference, I don't think, as far as price wise, but we can definitely roommate you up because we've done that many times before. I noticed it shows prices based on double. Oh, there you go. Based on double occupancy. Yeah, so 2 people. That's correct. I need my own cabin to sleep. Okay, I agree with you. I need my own cabin to sleep. So it's worth the extra. It's worth the little extra. Trust me. No worries if you don't know, because I do see there is a contact. Yes, yes, yeah. You should go, Patricia. It's an opportunity. I mean, this is gonna be the last one I'm doing. So, and yeah, I like to sleep by myself. I had a roommate, my good friend from one of my courses, and we went to Tahiti on a cruise. And I remember the night before we shared a room before we got in the boat, and he fell right asleep, and I was trying to fall asleep, and all of a sudden hearing snoring, and I'm like, oh my God. And I have a hard time falling asleep. So I ended up going down to the front desk at like 11 o'clock at night, and they didn't have any extra rooms. So I ended up sleeping in the bathroom on the floor. And in the morning, Karen comes in and goes, "You did not." I said, "Well, you were snoring." so I insisted on the boat that I have my own room because I have to. And I like to relax too after giving a workshop. I need to come down and prepare for the next session. So yeah. But either way, you meet great people as a roommate too. We've had that happen many, many times, lifetime friends. So I also got to tell you that Spirit works on this as far as pulling strings and putting people together. It's just so magical. So it's definitely fun. How long is the cruise? It's 10 to 12 days, Debbie, 10 to 12 days. Go to vanprog.com, look in to see the details. I believe it's 10 to 12 days. And you can stay in Seattle afterwards or Vancouver and explore that for a little bit. And August is the perfect time to do this to Alaska because the weather is perfect, like 70 degrees, and it's crystal clear. So I went to a place in Vancouver when I was up there on one of these cruises called Bushwick Gardens, and one of those beautiful gardens in the world. It used to be, I guess, a mine or a railroad mine or something, or a railroad, and the family turned it into these gardens, and the most beautiful gardens I've ever seen. So, but you can look it online, Bushwick Gardens. So it's worth seeing too. Like you can see after the cruise or before the cruise, and again, lifetime friends. Okay, so any more questions? When does the workshop schedule begin available so we are able to schedule excursions at various steps? So Jamie, if you go onto the site, you can see it right now because it's all listed there. And all the excursions, I do the workshops when we're not having excursions. So I only do the workshops when we're at sea. So you'll be able to do any excursions you want in any of the ports. So my workshops are only at sea, so it gives you the opportunity to do things at ports. Okay, like dog sleighing, and I once did a picnic on the top of a glacier. So cool. I did a seaplane once, which was really great. I was a little bit nervous of flying on a seaplane, and I got up there and I'm like, and I had to pee, and I'm like, oh God, I got to pee. So I couldn't really enjoy it because I was like so nervous. I had to use the bathroom. They don't have a bathroom. So I have to wait. It's like, okay. But it was great. It was fun, and it's such a good time. And that's why I thought, that's good. And it was to be a 65th birthday, which you didn't know. So thank you, Spirit. Okay. Deborah Campbell, is this flight included in the price? No, flight's separate, sweetheart. This is just for the cruise. Why is this your last cruise? You said this, right? Yes, I did, Jenny. I think it's my last cruise because I don't know yet. I think I don't know. If I want to do. I've done every place I want to. Alaska's great. I would use Tahiti again, but I don't know. I just have a feeling it's the last cruise. I'm not going to drop dead yet. I have a little more time to go, but I don't know. I just think it's the last one. The only thing I said Tahiti would be the last other one. Abraham Hicks does a lot of different cruises, and she does a lot of work there. And I've done so many. I've done like 24, 25. And it's a lot. So I thought this would be the last one I'd do. I just happened my 50th, 60th birthday. But like Cher, you never know. It's farewell tour. You never know. Okay. Suzanne Nicole, love your Facebook videos on Facebook and YouTube, and also try TikTok. That Ryan, we're helping working on TikTok too. YouTube, TikTok. Thank you. I have you on them both. I hope you're doing well. Suzanne Gazette from Ponte. Very good. Thank you very much. I'm not good at check-in. I got to do more check-in videos, and I should do it on a regular basis. And part of my marketing thing, which I'm just so not good at, I'm just going to put in my calendar, check-in video. I know Ryan's happy to hear that, and I have to share with everyone, so I like to do those, but it's just, time wise, I got to put the time to do that, but I can do it. Okay. Well, I do individual readings. I won't be doing individual readings per se, but you will be getting individual readings because whether it's me or partners that you're putting up with, we're going to do having working reading with each other. So, and I'll be supervising everything, and I'll do some demonstrations, and Kelly will also. And Kelly might do private readings, she said. So I don't know, or I might do some. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see what moves us. But you'll definitely get a lot from Spirit. You'll hear from Spirit quite a bit, and I think I told you this last time, you guys. I don't know if I did. For those who are new, when Kelly White went last time with me on this trip, she did last Alaska cruise with me, and I was doing a workshop, and she was late with her stepmother. They came 15 minutes late. The room was filled with people, and there were just 2 empty chairs on either side of the room. And they sat down, and it was an exercise where you sit with a partner, and I get them through a space where they become aware of the spirit. They get a message from the spirit that's next to that person. Well, it ended up that the stepmother worked with a stranger. They both had a husband, I think the name was Al, who had passed over, both same name, both same birthdays in July, and they both played with the same band leader, and this like it was a trumpet or something. It was the weirdest, incredible thing. So Kelly said it's such a proof that the spirit world pulls these strings, bring us together, and it's true. And if we're open and just open to that, and not trying to control things, it's so much easier for them to do that. And that's why I say, if you feel pulled to go on this cruise, do it. Feel that. If not, then don't. But I think, and it's true with our life too, with our intuition, we feel that what's right for us, or like when you're driving a car and all of a sudden you feel, I got to go to the right lane. I got to go to the right lane. I go to the right lane. And then 5 minutes later, there's an accident in the left lane that you prevented. That intuition, that sense of your souls knows what to do for you. And always go to the heart, from the head to the heart. The biggest thing I think for humans to understand is to use their soul self, not the head necessarily. Because if you stay in the head part, and the head is great, of course, but it can also lead to judgment, analytical, too much analytical work there, too much criticizing. The critical brain can tear apart things. And if you go to the heart of the matter, the soul self, you see things a fuller picture, if you will. And the truth of things, that knowingness is there, that intuition. So anyway, I share that with you. Okay. Mr. Van Prague. Hi, Mr. Van Prague. Hi, Robin Allman Leach. Janice, good. I love your books, the way that you write it, like you're right there. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I do write them like I'm speaking to you right in front of me. I think it's a great way because that's just the way I am, as you can see now. I feel like, you're my friend. I speak right to you. And I believe that a good writer, a good author, doesn't speak above people or down to people, but speaks at people. And I'm not the brightest, person there, and I'm not the dumbest either. But I speak from where I'm at and what I know. And I tell people, it's not necessarily everyone's truth. I always say that if you go hear someone lecture, or you go to a workshop, or you go online, and someone, just because someone's very well known, doesn't mean they know everything. So you have to use your own soul self to bring that into you. It's that work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, then throw it out. If it does, use it to enhance your life. But maybe there are things there that person has been through in life experience that you haven't yet, that you don't understand yet, and that's fine. It's almost like talking sometimes to people that are very closed-minded. And let's say you've had a spiritual experience. Let's say you went to a psychic and had a great reading, or a medium, or whatever it might be, or you yourself have had some experience in your life, some incredible, profound experience, and you try to explain to someone, and they say, "Oh, that's blah blah blah," or "That can't be," and you got to realize that there's only 2% of people that are walking around this earth that are conscious. All the 98% are not, which means that a lot of people are closed-minded. A lot of people are kind of in a box, and they're into control, and that's when you're in that box and in control, you don't see the full picture, because you only see what you're in that box, is in the box with you. You don't see the full picture. So I think it's important to open yourselves up and to see all the possibilities in life, because there's so many. One of the biggest regrets that the spirit people have, many of them, when they come back, they say, wow, I should have taken the time to understand more, to expand myself more, to listen more, not to follow everybody else, but to listen to my own voice, because I have the power. I wish I realized it when I was alive. So I think it's part of my job, is to help people to see themselves for who they truly are, and to and let them know it's okay and that you can trust it. And it doesn't need to be afraid. You don't need to be afraid of it because it fears the unknown. But you're a soul. You're meant to be here. You've made it this far. You're in a hard school, and you can do it. It's just sometimes we have to break old patterns and traumas from our childhood or earlier in our life that we've used to repeat ourselves, and that becomes our identity when really it's not. It was just an experience. So anyway, I'm going on here, but you'll listen. I think I'm helping you. Okay. Okay. Patricia McGee again. Okay, thank you. I've always wanted to go on Alaska cruise, and I did not go when I was invited with my mom and stepdad and other family. My stepdad passed away shortly after. Just saying, I regret not going because of work. Life is too short. It's so short. So I know I don't want to put it off again. I know it will book up fast. So if anyone wants to do it, book it now. True, Patricia. I couldn't agree more. 100%. I'm sure when that happened at that time, you didn't have that awareness that life is too short, right? Because a lot of us don't until we get a little older, I think. I say that all the time. I say it at least once a day. Life is too short. And I say it when I'm at the Home Goods, or I say it when I'm at the supermarket to someone. I say, just life is too short. Got to live for the moment because you don't have tomorrow necessarily. And then there is that regret. And don't beat yourself up because now you have better understanding and awareness of it, and that's okay. We can't beat ourselves up. We're here learning, and learning isn't always easy. So we got to be more compassionate with ourselves because we're learning, and learning isn't always easy. Okay. A couple more questions. I have something else to share with you. Woo-hoo! Martine, wonderful. The same. My NDE hours, my birth. Wonderful. Thank you, Ron. I'm the same. I had my NDE hours after my birth. I stopped breathing, and a rushed medical intervention brought me back. Ooh, I hate that. Have a lot like that. I like my ancestors in life. Yeah, I had an NDE, near-death experience, when I was many years back, probably close to 20 years now, and my head hit the counter and the bathroom, and I was sick, and that's what happened. And I pulled one out of my body, and I was aware that first thing I was aware that I was not supposed to die. It was my time. And I remember thinking, wow, what am I doing out here? And looking down at my body, and all of a sudden my cousin came into my view, and she had completed suicide when she was 50 years old. And I hadn't seen her since. And that was many years before. And interestingly enough, she was one that taught me metaphysics when I was a child. So here we are, and I hadn't seen her since she'd completed suicide. And I said to her, telepathically, I said, what's going on? And she goes, it's going to be over soon. It'll be over. It'll be over. And me being my humorous self, which we keep our personalities, of course, when we leave the body. I said, you mean over, or over? Can you please tell me? Because I need some help here. So she she went, she left, gone. And then I was in a garden all of a sudden. And well, I was also between that time, the garden and her, I was aware of this matrix, if you will. And I was aware of this wonderful tapestry above me and above the space I was in. And I was aware that there was like kind of a cord, or there was a vessel on top of my head, like a crown, into this tapestry. And I had this realization at that time that every thought we ever had, it goes up into this color. If it's a positive thought, it'll be a brighter color. If it was a negative thought, it'd be a darker color and more narrow. And I remember it bled into the tapestry. Oh, wow, how cool is that you have to have good positive thoughts to make that tapestry beautiful. And that the tapestry was plugged into every single person. Those cords, everyone has the same cord. So you're influencing everyone. I think, oh my God, we influence everyone with our thoughts and our words. Oh, wow. And it's true. It's true. So I remember knowing that at the end of our life, when there's a life review, you look over that tapestry, if you will, if you want to call it that, and you see what you've created and what you've shared with the world and what rippling effects your thoughts and words created in that tapestry. And you're responsible for what you put into that tapestry. So I thought, wow, I got to share this with everybody. And then so my father, who had passed, and he gave me in this garden, he gave me a rose, and he said, it's not your time yet. And I went right back into my body. I was like, oh, I felt the pain in my head was painful. Like, and my friend Brian was looking at me, James, wake up, wake up. And I opened up my eyes and my mouth. The first words out of my mouth were, dying is easy, living is hard. But there you go. And soon after that, probably within a year, I was at an event. I was doing a lecture, and one of the organizers of the event who had known me for many years, said, wow, James, your work is different now. The content of your messages and your inspiration it's very different. It's kind of like gone to a higher level. And I said, that's really weird. Now it's probably why I had the NDE I had, because maybe it was initiation to another level. So the information that comes through is a higher vibration, I guess. And she said that to me. I'm like, and I paid attention to the messages that came through, and the soulful messages, I should say, or the spiritual messages. And they really were not just evidential; they were inspirational messages. So, and that'll be part of our cruise too, those inspirational messages. And I want you to become more inspired on your own. Thank you. Well, it's a good story. Thank you for letting me share that with you. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, everybody, was I'm right now registering everybody for a life coaching course. And the life coaching course is only like once every 3 years I come out with it. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, because it's a very unique course, nothing like it at all anywhere. And it's on my website, School of Mystical Arts. And I was going to read you a little bit about it because it's pretty good. That's about, I'm just going to read you a little from what I have on here. The secret of this program is not just for people who want to be professional coaches. It is for anyone and everyone who is ready to step forward and start using their gifts to create change in the world. You'll discover your deepest calling and learn how to orient your life around it. And you'll explore new ways of empowering others so you can find success you've been looking for. No matter what your calling is, whether you're a coach, psychic, medium, author, or anything else, you've come to the right place. Who this is for includes spiritual seekers who want to create more meaningful lives, awakened souls who want to turn their struggles into power. It's evolved beings who feel called to do work that feeds their soul, feeds their soul, and helps others. And it includes coaches, psychologists who want to expand their skill set. I have a lot of psychologists take this course, lots of them, and lots of therapists. Psychic mediums, healers who know that spiritual coaching is an integral part of their work and want to get to the next level. I'm going to talk to what it's about. So one of them is I do some calls for you as well, 4 different calls, and you have 8 weeks of level guidance with me coaching you, 4 group video coaching sessions, over 70 training videos, 70. I worked my rear end off. I'll tell you, get this because I have to. I don't want to pass to the side. I didn't do anything. I want to make sure I make a difference. Access to JVP's amazing community of like-minded students. We do a private Facebook group for you as well that I go into, and lifetime access to all the lessons. So you do it whatever you want. It's also and one of the there's so many different exercises, but one exercise okay. One of the lessons is find your inner light. Rediscover lost parts of yourself. Like, for instance, when there were traumas, maybe when you were younger, many times part of the soul leaves, and we don't feel fully integrated. And I go through a whole thing of integration, getting those lost parts back. There's a whole session I do with that. Strip away the limited places you place on yourself. Unlock your most unique, self-loving, and deserving identity, and a lot more. Lesson 2 is clear the cobwebs that weigh you down. It's pretty cool. It really is. Awaken your life force. Break free of psychic vampires that deplete you. Don't you hate them? Hello. Talking to those filmmakers the other day about that. Last night, actually, over dinner right at the house. Said, people with this light, this empowerment of self. And it's not that you try that. It's just who you are as your soul self. And the more you realize you're a soul, and the more you work on that, you bring more life force and essence, and there's no way it can't be in these regions, these levels and realms all around you. You're a life force, because remember, you as a soul, only 30% of the soul is here, 70 is here. There's no way that this light, this essence, is not felt by other people. And I often feel it's like moths to the flame, that when and you guys had to have felt this too, that the more you're aware, awake. And there are others that really pull your energy. They want that. And I don't think they do it maliciously. I think they just need to wake up. And it's almost the alarm clock. So it's like they want that. They see that on some unconscious level, perhaps. But there are people, even in your family or workplaces or friends, who want that light. And you have to set proper boundaries. And I have that in here. And that it really does. And it gives you a new lease on life. Learn the art of clearing away tolerations and clutter. Find out what your clutter is trying to tell you. Experience a powerful process to help clear the cobwebs. And I want to just do a simple little exercise with you, because from the course, it's a good one. I just come up with, and I do this, but it's done in a little different way. One of the things I have you do is I have you like wake up one day, and you might feel like this happened to me last week. I woke up one day and I felt a little down, sad because it was raining here and cloudy. I'm like, huh? And then I saw a sliver of sun come out, and I thought, oh, that's beautiful. That's joyful. I thought, and I got a journal or a pad, and I wrote down the word joy. And then what I thought was, I wrote down everything in my life I have to be joyful for. I have joy of this, joy of that. I should be joyful this. So I changed my mindset, and I had joy, and joy was in that mind all day. And so even when I went out to take the trash cans in, I had joy. I found that word joy stayed with me throughout the day. So it's one of the exercises, a small exercise in the course, but there's so many like that changes your mindset and puts you in the right state of mind. So I hope you look that up. That's on vanprague.com, the course. And we're registering it right now. So make sure you get registered, because it'll be the phone calls too. You'll have to schedule in and just read it over. I think you might like it. The JVP Life Coaching Certification course. Okay. And so Robin Allman Leach, why do people groan as they are dying? I wouldn't know. I didn't groan, but I don't know if the body physically is shutting down. I don't know. And I think each individual is so different, because not everybody does groan. But there's a natural, of course, the body is going through its thing too. So that might be the body. Okay. Ann, good to see you, Ann Buffington. Good to see you again, sweetheart. So any questions you'd like to ask me about the course or about the cruise, anything else, I'm available for your questions if you'd like to ask. Or anything else you'd like to ask me while we're here. Oh, thank you. There's a course right there. You can register right under my name. I put it in the comments here. There's a link. This is Joan. I like this, Joni. Absolutely. Absolutely. Once we change our mindset, there we go. Great, Joni. Absolutely. Once we change our mindset and step into a circle of positive possibilities, we have a whole new outlook. So true, Joni, because also, we're magnets. And once we have that sense of changing the vibration of the magnet, like attracts like, and you will attract that vibration to you. So it's important to change the mindset. Remember, the mind is your soul. The brain is the physical organ, but the mind is the soul. So changing that mindset, bring it to a higher vibration, a higher soul self, and you'll see the bigger opportunities in life. You'll feel more joyful. You'll feel more playful, more fun. And it's really incredible that you'll have that. There's a wonderful Jack Kornfield, lovely spiritual Buddhist author. And he just watching on YouTube is 12 Principles of Forgiveness. And he's just a lovely soul. He talks about that, letting go of suffering. You don't need the luxury of suffering anymore. You don't need that. But bring yourself to that joyful space in your mind, that happy space, because that's how you should live. So it's really good. Yeah. There, Lori. Hi, Lori. Good to see you, Lori. Spiritual life coach. Lori took it. Lori took a coach several years ago. Made a big impact on me. Lots of interaction with others and with you. I still work with people I formed as a group. Very good, Lori. Yeah, changing your life is a life-changing course. No doubt about it. And it's a complete life. It gives you skills for living life and for dealing with stuff, dealing with some stuff which if you didn't have it, I don't know, if I don't have those skills, I'm like, wow, how would I have done with that circumstance or that person, that situation? It's been very difficult. And it's funny, you have something in your tool bag to use for life. I think we need a lot of tools. Okay. Hi, Joni. The cruise sounds absolutely fabulous. What does it all include? Well, the best thing, Joni, I don't want to be limiting here because I don't know everything. It includes, what does it include? It includes everything, I think. It includes your food, it includes your room, it includes all the workshops. It's the price is there. So the only thing it does not include is your airfare. So that it doesn't include that. It includes the, and I have to stay at a hotel, it includes that. It includes everything I have to do on a cruise. Excursions are extra. Okay. I know that. And that's, but all the parties are on my tab. So my 65th birthday party is going to be on. So we have to have ideas for my 65th. Like, are we going to have a costume party on that ship? We could do that. So as we go through the next couple of weeks here, if you guys want to join me on that cruise, we can think of putting a party together for my 65th birthday. And we can come up with a theme. That'd be fun, right? So what kind of theme can we come up with? You guys have to help me out with that because I don't know. If you want, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And we'll do a whole group thing together. And we'll videotape it. So we'll always have that and show people how much fun we can have. Celebrate getting old. Okay. Oh my God. Joni, sounds well. I may request it for my birthday gift. Good. Joni, are you in August or September? You're right in that time period as well. Yeah. I don't know. How far is the airport from the pier? Well, that's Gretchen. I have to look into where we're getting the ship. It's not that far. It's about 20 minutes, I think, or half an hour from Seattle, I believe it is. But you can ask one of the people that the travel agency. They know because they've done this with Abraham Hicks cruise. They've done this cruise many times. I don't want to give you false information. No, not in California. It's either in Vancouver or Seattle, one of those two. I'm not sure where it takes off of, but it's all on the sheet there, the link. And it's fun. It's a good time. Renee, thanks, James, for bringing in a positive mindset now. North Dakota is cold outside, yet you inspire warm energy. Thanks, Renee, because guess what I woke up to? What did I wake up to today? Are you ready for it? This is really funny. I never, hold on. I've never seen this since I've lived in California. I've lived in California since 1982. Okay. And it's funny, outside this window here, this is San Diego. And I was driving down the 5 freeway in 1982 when I just got here. I've never been to California. And I wanted to go and see what San Diego is like. And I'm driving down and the 5 freeway, and it got so beautiful. Entering the north part of San Diego, and like all these beautiful trees, and it's like, and beautiful ocean to my right. I want to live here one day. So would you believe outside my office window right here, which is a master bedroom, but I turned into my office, there's the exact spot in the distance. I see the 5 freeway where I said that. Hello, back in 82. So it's universal ordering. You get what you put out there. It's very, very true. But this morning, I was driving Pearl to the park at 6:30 in the morning because she's a morning dog, and I'm a night owl, and it's not easy. But I got to show you this because it was so funny. I'm like, oh my God, I got to show this to everybody because it's like, can you see this? Look how cold it was. 37 degrees at 7:27. 37 for California, Southern California. That's the coldest I think I've ever experienced Southern California. 37 degrees. So my God bless you for North Dakota. You must be so freezing. My God. Dana, who's staying at the house, she's the filmmaker. She was wearing a vest the other day, and it has a light on it. I said, "What is that?" She goes, "It's my heating vest." So they have vests now that you can charge for heat. It's hysterical, but they do, and they have gloves that way, and so that might help you too. Okay, thanks. Robin, August 8th, my husband's birthday. I should schedule a surprise Alaskan cruise. That'd be a great thing, Robin. That would be a great surprise for him. And you don't tell him where you're going. Wouldn't it be cool? Don't tell him where you're going. And we'll come up with a theme for the birthday, and you'll have to pack these things. He'll say, "What the hell are you doing?" Say, "Well, we're going to a special event." That's all I'm going to say, and it's for your birthday. We celebrate his birthday too. We'll celebrate everyone's birthday who's that August birthdays, those Leo Virgo birthdays. Yeah, it'd be fun. I think that'd be kind of cool. Think about it because that'd be kind of fun. I would love if someone did that with me. That'd be great. Wouldn't that be fun, everybody? Someone do that? Okay. Cold for Cali, yeah, 38. I was like, and I thought I should have put my long johns on. I have one pair of long johns, and it's like, this is when you wear long johns. I feel like Paul Bunyan. Okay. Marsha, I've watched her on Gaia and fabulous. Thank you. Gaia is yes, you can get Gaia on streaming, I believe. I haven't seen it. I did a show called Spirit Talk for about a year, many different sessions. And I used to go to Boulder, Colorado to film it because they're in Boulder. And I'd go once a month for about 3 days and film about 5 different shows for 3 days. And one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And then, so 6 shows. So 3 days of that. And it was good. And there was teaching shows as well, as well as also doing readings for the audience. And the funny thing about the show, Spirit Talk, that I did was, and I didn't realize Boulder was at a high altitude. And I think you see I'm kind of a friendly guy. And I said to the producer or the director, said, "Listen, everyone's coming to see the show, and I think it's really great that they do that. I should go welcome them." So they filmed me running out and saying, "Hi, everybody. How you doing?" And there were people like, and we ran all back to the studio. And then after like the 3rd day, I'm like, I can't breathe. And he said, "Well, because you're at a high altitude." So the oxygen, I was using more and more oxygen. So they get an oxygen tank for me to have on there in my dressing room because the air is so thin, and I didn't realize it. So I had to stop doing that. That reminds me when I used to have my TV show Beyond in LA. I remember it was people used to fly in. There were 200 seats in the audience. We did 2 shows a day for the morning and then the afternoon. And I remember people used to fly from around the world for that show, and they'd line up around the studio. Okay. And I used to get there really early, like 6 o'clock. Again, not easy for a night person. And I was so like amazed people are coming to see this, and I was like, they're cold. I used to stop and get donuts and coffee and bring them to people in the line and hand them out. And they would say, is that James? I said, yeah, here, get warm. Because I appreciated them coming from all over the world. I mean, not even sure they'd get the seat because it's only 200 people. So I thought it was just so kind, and it's the least I could do was to do that. So it was fun. It was fun. Okay. Hi, Jamie. James said the filmmakers of a film on a show recently about a woman with chronic pain and back surgery. Right. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Yeah, it's free till, yes, it is free. That's right. So I love Heels Films. Thanks for mentioning that, Jamie. Really appreciate it. Yeah, that's Chrisana and Dana. They're staying in my house. They're filming a show right about a movie about horses, and they're going to film stuff with me here just so I have it because they're so kind. They said, "Want to make sure you have some stuff for yourself to if you need it." So yeah, Love Heels. Check it out for sure, please. Great film, and it's just been picked up by PBS. So Jamie, I'm not sure if you knew that, but isn't it great? Any plans to tour in Canada? Marsha, right now, because it's too cold, it's 37 degrees here. Just imagine Canada. I would like to go back to Canada. People are so kind there. I was in Newfoundland. I've been all over Canada, as you know, I went through the whole country. Nothing yet, sweetheart, but who knows what tomorrow will bring, you know. Never say no. And I found a great place to board Pearl, so I'm good. Linda, you remember Beyond? That was a good show, Beyond. Still my YouTube channel. We have a lot of Beyond shows there. And, you know, I had my dark hair. Okay. Beautiful. Love heals, protects and keeps us. Yes, love heals, protects and keeps us going on our darkest days. Very true, Joni. Joni, you're so inspirational. Nina, August 17th anniversary. Anniversary cruise. Just saying. Keep it. Give it a private one. What a great gift for people. That, you know, a surprise gift. Wouldn't that be great? Your partners or friends or mom or dad or yeah, it'd be great. And just, you know, just because on the cruise, they don't have to go to the workshop. You don't have to pay for the workshop for them. They can just go on the cruise too. A lot of times I have had couples where the husband doesn't go on the workshop part, but goes on the cruise. And it's so funny. And then after a day with the workshop, the wife tells the husband, "Oh, it's really great." You know, but next thing you know, the husband wants to join the workshop. But, you know, they don't have to. So they don't have to. They just go on the cruise. It's fine as well. Okay. Any more questions before you say goodbye and I have to clean up my office? Oh, what's the topic of tonight's show? Trey is asking that. Tonight's show is Thursday, and that's Kelly White's show. So I don't have a show tonight, but Kelly does. And it's called Kelly Ask Her Anything. And I'm not sure exactly what her topic is tonight. Ryan, do you know? Ryan might know because he's going to help Kelly out. And Ryan will look that up and let us know. And she's also having a lovely seminar, 2 seminars online about Lemuria and Atlantis, and then also narcissism, which is, I'm going to be on that. I'm going to see that. It's going to be kind of cool. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Minnesota. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. And I hope you join me on the cruise, and I hope you join me in the life coaching. And yeah, Kelly White is tonight. Ask Kelly anything. And God bless you till I see you, and have a great weekend. And I'll see you on the cruise. Okay. God bless you all. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.